of sound, mind, and body.
Hello, and welcome to Of Sound, Mind, and Body. Thanks for joining us. In today's video, we'll be analyzing several clips where UFOs were witnessed doing very strange things. Let's get started, shall we? The first clip was filmed back in May of 2014, and it shows a Russian Proton M rocket with an advanced satellite on board explode. Then it crashed outside of Kazakhstan's territory just minutes after liftoff. The Express AM-4R would have been Russia's most advanced and powerful satellite. But if you watch closely, you can see an object fly in from the right side of the screen. Then, immediately after, the rocket explodes. This could not have been a coincidence, could it? Let's see it again in slow motion. Some have said that it was just a bird, but a bird that high up and right into the rocket? A very unlikely story, although we can't rule it out entirely. Could this have been aliens at play here? Not wanting this particular satellite up in space? Could the AM-4R have been carrying something on board that the public was not informed about? Something more sinister, perhaps, that aliens were aware of? All speculation, of course. It's all up to you to decide. But before you do, check out our next segment where we'll show you footage of UFOs that were seen flying over Stillwater, Oklahoma during a live weather report. Stick around. The following story of UFOs that were seen during a live news broadcast hit the internet hard back in April of 2017. This video shows several UFOs flying around in a storm in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and the video got so popular online that even the news channel itself posted about the event on newson6.com. Many are saying it is simply debris floating around because of the strong winds. But you can actually see what appears to be thrusters coming out of the objects at times. They also seem to appear and disappear out of nowhere. Can garbage do that? Is this proof of extraterrestrial visitation here? Or is there a more reasonable explanation for all this? We at Of Sound, Mind, and Body don't know for sure what these things were, and neither does anyone else for that matter. There have been no updates on the story since the footage came out, but anything said about it thus far is only speculation. And if you simply don't believe the hype, we encourage you to check it out on newson6.com to come to your own conclusion. But don't jump to those conclusions just yet. In our next story, you'll see an insane UFO sighting that took place over Cincinnati, Ohio that baffled residents there. We'll be right back with more of Sound, Mind, and Body. Filmed on November 10th, 2017, and uploaded to YouTube and the MUFON database, this video seemed to show several UFOs maneuvering around the skies of Cincinnati, Ohio. At first, the UFO formation stays pretty stationary for a little while. It seems as though there may be 5 or 6 objects, though we're not sure, as some appear to light up while others turn off and so on. But right now, we can see about 5. Now the object on top and the one on the bottom start moving. Then another UFO appears, as two flicker on and off. Let's zoom in a little bit. John Rogers said in his description of the event that although the video doesn't capture it, there was allegedly a triangle shape and a disc-shaped UFO there while he was recording, and only noticed them because at first there was only one UFO, but they split into three in an instant. What do you think these things are? Because the explanation of what they are is pretty lame. The official word is that they were just skydivers for a University of Cincinnati football game. John Rogers added that he may not be a skydiving expert, but a few of the movements appear to defy the laws of physics, moving up and down and left to right at will. He added that the sky was super bright, and if they were skydivers, then they had to have 10,000 watt LEDs on their backs for it to be that bright. We are no experts either when it comes to skydiving, so we can't rule it out, but anything is possible, right? So, were these just skydivers like the official story says they are? Or is this just another lame excuse given to explain away another great UFO sighting? As always, decide for yourselves. But don't click away just yet. We have one more story for you, one of strange lights that were seen over Pueblo, Colorado. Lights that seemed to get the attention of several helicopters after they disappeared out of nowhere. Don't go anywhere. Filmed and submitted to the MUFON database, bizarre lights crept across the sky over Pueblo, Colorado on February 13th of last year. The witness said in their description of the event that they left their drive-through bank around 9:45 p.m. and began traveling west towards home. They noticed unusual lights coming in and out on the left side of the sky, which they believed was an airplane that had gone behind a tree. The lights continued and now were on the right side of them. They continued to follow those lights for about 10 minutes and ended up at the end of a street where a new home development is located. This is when the object descended towards the witness and started to spin 3 times before disappearing instantly. Within about a minute or so, the sky was filled with helicopter aircraft that had not been there the entire time. The witness went on to describe the object as being the size of a house, and going on to say that it was hovering over them, but not directly over them, and was at least a good distance away. They also believed that the object was solid, as the sky was clear, and could not see all of the stars in the sky except where the object was hovering. So what were these strange lights that these people witnessed? They certainly seemed unlike any aircraft known to exist at this time. And the witnesses are convinced they saw something incredible that evening. Do you believe they did as well? Hello, and thank you for joining us once again out of Sound, Mind, and Body. In today's video, we'll be analyzing several videos taken by NASA that could prove they were constantly monitoring UFOs in space during the STS missions in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, including making a reference to Star Trek after seeing these objects. But more on that later. Let's get started with the first video. This first piece of evidence was filmed during the STS-75 mission, which was a United States NASA space shuttle mission that launched on February 22nd in 1996 and was the 19th mission of the Columbia orbiter. In the video, you'll see dozens of bizarre flashing objects as they hover above Earth as NASA tries to explain them away. Take a look. The clip starts off with a black and white shot of the Earth. Back then, NASA used special infrared cameras, which made it much easier to find objects like the ones you're about to see. As the Earth slowly rotates in all her glory, nothing seems out of the ordinary. Until a few moments later, when multiple flashing objects suddenly appear from the bottom of the screen. The objects seem to vary in size, from very tiny objects to much larger ones. They soon engulf the screen as NASA has no choice but to comment on them. First Mission Control from Houston chimes in by saying the objects look like a bed of diamonds due to moonlight sparkling off of the oceans on Earth, then going on to ask if the video was real or if they were getting video fuzz. Just listen to the conversation.
Columbia, Houston, we're looking at our payload bay camera, and it looks like a lot of moonlight glinting off the ocean, a whole sparkling bed of diamonds out there. Is that a real picture, or are we just getting some video fuzz?
Columbia finally responds after a few seconds go by, stating that they are recording them and that they are nothing more than ice crystals that they were dumping out, and that it was a beautiful picture. Again, listen.
Hey Houston, we're recording that. That's some of the ice crystals that we were dumping out earlier, and yeah, it's a beautiful picture.
That's a great combination of the moonlight and the ice and the clouds.
And it's a combination of moonlight making those ice crystals sparkle, and maybe as well as some of the sun starting to come up on the horizon.
Well, thanks for the picture.
Now, why would the Space Shuttle Columbia be dumping ice crystals into space? And if it was something they were going to do, why was Mission Control so surprised at what they were seeing? And if they were just ice crystals, why was Columbia watching them and recording them? Could these things have been something more classified that they were looking at? Something they just couldn't blurt out? Like some kind of intelligently controlled ships? Aliens from another galaxy? Or maybe even our own galaxy? Or is the term UFO more of an accurate description of these things? Just simply unidentifiable? NASA pans the camera up a bit, and you can see more of these objects off in the distance. And some of them now appear to be massive in size, as NASA tries to do a little more explaining. Another strange aspect to this is that some of the objects here seem as if they didn't come from the space shuttle at all. They appear to be far out into space, but that's only speculation, of course. One of the larger objects seems to float into the middle of the screen, then begins to rapidly flash like crazy. Could this be some kind of signal? Finally, the objects seem to fade out and disappear into the dark side of Earth, and NASA switches off their infrared. So, do you think NASA is telling us the truth here? And that these things were nothing more than just ice crystals sparkling from the sun's light bouncing off of our oceans? Or are these things what ufologists believe they are? Actual proof of alien visitation right outside our doorstep. It's all up to you to decide, but before you do, stick around for our next story, where we'll show you another video taken by NASA from the same mission, where you can hear NASA referring to a group of objects as being like something out of Star Trek. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Of Sound, Mind, and Body. The following video was taken by NASA during the same STS mission as in our previous story. This time, the same kind of objects can be seen, and NASA calls them something incredible. Take a look. Here we see the UFOs in question. Once again, this is taking place right above the Earth. They definitely seem to be the same exact type of objects that were seen in the last clip. The only difference is, this time, there are other objects that can be seen zipping across the screen from completely different directions. Like this one here. And this one. The craziest thing about this clip is what NASA says about them. Just listen to what they had to say.
Columbia, Houston, could you tell us what your TV view is showing?
Well, the sun has actually risen on the belly side of the orbiter, so we're getting some light scattered down from the very bright tail onto the camera lens, and then those little white dots moving around are little ice crystals surrounding the orbiter. So as we come into across the terminator, maybe we'll turn on one of the color cameras.
Copy that. I was waiting for the opening credits of Star Trek to go down the screen there.
And there you have it. They were clearly obsessed with these quote-unquote ice crystals during the STS missions. So much so that there are countless videos just like the ones we've shown you here today. Now the question is whether or not you think NASA is telling us the truth here, that these things are in fact just ice crystals. If they're not, then what is truly going on out there? We leave it all up to you to decide how you feel and what you believe. Thank you for watching Of Sound, Mind, and Body once again. Be safe. Remember, if you like the videos produced by Of Sound, Mind, and Body, please subscribe. And click the bell to receive notification of future uploads. Your support helps us bring you new and exciting videos almost every day. Thank you.